I imagine then you being in Durban, you've had a very real sense of the volumes heading in your direction.
Yeah, good morning, Gareth. Yes, we have had a very, very busy time. It's probably one of the busiest times we've had in many, many years. At the moment, by this morning, from the 1st of December, we have attended countrywide over 2,400 accidents with 36 drownings and 517 of those accidents being here in KwaZulu-Natal.
As far as the incidents on the road are concerned, it's this horrible conversation that we always have to have every year, but it's the stereotype of speeding and not enough following distance. Is this yet again the issue that you're dealing with, or has weather been playing a major part?
No, definitely people are not keeping following distances, and they're definitely not adhering to the strict road regulations that there is. The exact causes obviously is still to be investigated, but we have found also that a lot of these people are not wearing their seat belts. They're getting ejected from their motor vehicles, which increase their injuries tremendously. We've had a lot of critical injured and a lot of deaths so far.
What about other parts of the country, Chris? Obviously, you're talking to us from Durban, but as head of or the Netcare911 spokesperson, I know you're speaking to your other divisions around the country. Any other problems in other holiday destinations?
Oh, well, you know, funny enough, Gauteng itself has had quite a torrent time. They've had over 900 accidents since the 1st of December. Eastern Cape has had their fair share. There's been all over the place. The Eastern Cape has had quite a few very, very bad accidents as well. So yeah, we're stretched over the entire country. We really stretched to the limits at the moment.
As far as law enforcement is concerned, obviously you don't get involved necessarily with law enforcement, but you do work hand in hand when it comes to the busy seasons of the year. Do you think enough is being done as far as the enforcement of the laws? You're talking about seatbelts, for example, not being worn. Do you think enough is being done this year?
Yes, you know, I was on the road yesterday quite a lot. We called out to a lot of calls, but I've also travelled quite extensively between Durban and Margate just to see for myself what is actually going on. And there has been an enormous show of force by the police, and they've been pulling people over. I think it's just people just really are ignorant to the fact, or just ignore the fact they have been caught, but there is still a lot that they don't carry. And then obviously with our taxis that don't have the seat belts, that increases a lot of injuries when those vehicles overturn.
And Chris, as a final question to you, if I could, obviously Netcare is a massive organisation with many different divisions around the country. Are you prepared enough? Are you getting enough support as Netcare911 to handle all the incidents around the country? A loaded question, I realise.
Yes, definitely. We have put people in strategic places all along the highways at various intervals, and they're standing with the provincial services, the police services, so that we can actually increase the communication between them as well. And yes, we have an enormous force with the other private services and the provincial services. I think there's a lot of paramedics on the road at the moment.
All right, Chris, always a pleasure talking to you, albeit always a somber discussion we have to have. I certainly hope you aren't busy or busier this time of the year. Netcare911 spokesperson Chris Botha talking to us from Durban. If you are heading to any of the big holiday destinations this festive season, of course, Durban is a massive destination. Traffic is certainly on the increase, and you heard from Chris, seatbelts are still not being worn by a lot of people.
You deserve to know more.
eNCA.com.